Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, question tonight: what do you like, dislike about General Hospital's Nina Reeves? May have to sit there and shorten that, but yes, there we go. Okay, so that's working good. Yeah, what do you like or dislike about Nina Reeves? Now, let's be honest. There's quite a few amount of things I could sit there and say I dislike about Nina, right? But in some ways, it's kind of what I like about Nina. Compare her to Carly. She's more interesting. She's been more interesting than Carly. Carly used to be that chick back in the day, the messy chick that would sit there and go into mob meetings with a baseball bat, or go in a courtroom and just start shooting up people. Okay, like Tony Jones. But now you got Nina just running around doing all these antics, acting off emotion, feeling siren scared later on, which is annoying, but at the same time, it makes me feel something. I don't feel anything for Carly. I really don't. Even her whole, oh, well, I want to sit there and try to track the person down who ratted on us. I'm like, boo, did you miss the part where you actually still committed the crime? Or do you just think that you're above that? You know? But to be honest, well, I'm not gonna lie. There's times where she don't look that bad. Get in the right dress. I'm just saying. Now let's sit there and do a quick roll call. We know there's like four people so far. As you're coming in, make sure you do hit the like button. It really does actually help. The amazing, gorgeous Queen Janice in the chat. How you doing tonight? I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I actually haven't sat there and live streamed for 2 days, which is still weird to me. Now we do got a lot of talk about tonight. As you know, we're going to be listening to talking about General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and Beautiful, Young and Restless. Like I said, as you're coming in, make sure that you do hit the like button because it really does actually help. Um, have a look, have a couple of announcements to sit there and make. So I'll sit there and make it maybe in 10 minutes, and then I'll make it a little bit after. Tracy Stevens in the chat, how you doing tonight? I hope you had a great day. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Had a great Thanksgiving. It was so weird just being off. Like even Wednesday, like I wanted to sit there and do a live stream. Um, but I got way later than I wanted to. And of course, Thursday was Thanksgiving. Dolly's in the chat was good, Dolly. Blackmon, aka GQ's in the chat was good. And yes, happy Friday to you too, Tracy. Friday, Black Friday. Ronnie Ron, how you feel about Steffi punching Sheila in the face? Then walking up in Deacon's house like she owned the place. Oh Sheila, LA is my town. I own this. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. It was both funny and kind of gangster at the same time. She was like, yo, I own LA. I run LA. Okay? So if you step out of line, it is a rizap for you. I'm doing good, Black Man. I had a good nap. I only have one soap opera to sit there and review. So yeah, I'm doing good. Dolly says, I hope you had it. Yes, I did. I did. It was great. I missed everyone. Let's not. Yes, I missed everyone. Um, but it was a good day. It was a good day. With the family and everything. I think I watched the movie X-Men First Class. Yeah, it was. And I'm not gonna lie, that movie actually still holds up. Janice said Thanksgiving good, not my favorite foods. What kind of food do you like? Ron says Holly needs to sit down. Her a little behind because Johnny ain't paying her any attention. Yo, again, I'm gonna sit there and say this until I'm blue in the face. Yo, Whoever thought it was a good idea to add Holly, and the thing is, Holly is already an annoying character, but the fact that she's not 18 means that even if she does want to break up Johnny and Chanel, it ain't gonna matter. What's good, Nicole? I hope you had a great weekend. Janice says sushi, pizza, salad, and chicken. Okay, all right, you're my kind of girl. I love it. I haven't had sushi in a hot minute. I may try some tomorrow. We'll see how I feel. I was annoyed by the fact that they were acting like Holly was all alone. Thanksgiving, where her grand. Exactly. Exactly. Johnny should have put her in an Uber to the Kiriakis mansion. Yes. Yes, and I agree with that. But she had to be poor, poor Holly. Poor my ass. Poor my ass. Did anyone actually like yesterday's episode of General Hospital? I mean, I know that like the holiday episodes are generally fillers, but it feels like Spider Quick. Yes, it has been a while. It definitely has been a while. It's like you're gone for 2 days. It feels like you're gone for 2 years. Um, I was just gonna sit there and say, yes, what's good, Spider Quake? So I have some announcements, and about this weekend. So tomorrow I'm gonna be doing a double live stream. It was good. How was yours, Spider Quake? I had a good Thanksgiving. Janice says I didn't like GH, but it was better than nothing. Was it? Was it really better than nothing? Because I could have probably chose anything else over GH. We're gonna be honest. Um, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see Saturday night. We'll see Saturday night at 8 o'clock. Yes. If that works out, the monster's good. Still not home to Sunday. Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate you being here, Spider Quake. I know that you're out with, doing your thing, so I appreciate you being here. But yeah, so tomorrow is a double live stream day. We're gonna have a normal member live stream at 8 o'clock. But at 4 o'clock, I'm gonna be sitting there doing another live stream with a surprise guest. Most people know who it is, but if you don't know, I'm not gonna sit there and say I'm gonna keep it a mystery. It only says they're writing Harrison as incredibly stupid, and I'm already over it. Yeah, they need to sit there and send him right back to GH. But then when is Dex gonna do? What is Dex gonna actually do if they actually put him back on GH? But yeah, I thought yesterday was like you could have missed that episode. Lois is all like, no, there's no such thing as superstitious. Everything's going to be fine. That's all. What did she say? That's all hoopah or whatever the hell it was. Next thing you know, you saw a fire. You saw a smoke detector going off. I was like, Lois, you should have just kept your damn mouth shut. It's gonna go fine. Like Lois, how many seriously? How many Thanksgivings have you actually had with these people? I mean, did she just have amnesia or something? Nope, not that. No. I do want to do one with her soon. But it's not going to be Danny Bear though. It's not going to be Danny Bear. But it's going to be a good one though. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, thank you for reminding me because I do gotta sit there and do something like that. So you got the mystery guesses coming in on and yes, Eastern Pacific. Yes, that's right, Janet. So Craig says the only two I got is DC, Brock, or both. Oh yeah, nah. Yeah, 4 p.m. Eastern. Yes. Ida, what's good, Ida? Tracy said they recently have the butter with lines. I've never seen that before. They were asking the butler for. Oh, okay. But no, it's not either one of them, Spider Quick. Not either one of them. But you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised what it is. Why don't Ava trust Harrison telling the truth? Bill is a hitman. I think the better question is Ron. Ron says, your surprise guess is Cardi B and Offset. Yes, that's exactly who it is. Mm-hmm. You got that right, Ron. Yes, it's gonna be a good one, Janet. It's gonna be a good one. I'm looking forward to it. Been looking forward to it all week. And then Sunday. Sunday is if everything goes well, we're gonna sit there and do our collab with DC, which I got to sit there and text, and Jesse Jess. Now Sunday, Sunday's members live stream is going to be about relationships and unrealistic expectations. It's going to be a smoke show. Okay, so if you are somebody who is caught in your feelings, you don't want to be there. Okay, because we are going and nothing's being held back, and that's how it's going to be. I decide I do feel bad for Nicole, but the petty side of me wants her trifling behind to cry into Christmas. Then she can find. Yes, I've been very. It's like I want to feel bad for her, but then I sit there and remember what she did to Nicole, and what she did to with Sammy. Jacqueline, I forgot Maggie is Holly's grandmother. They don't play that up enough. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that until you said that. Black Mom said it'll be lit for Sunday. I'm ready for that one. Okay, good. Thank you, Black Mom, because I'm gonna go in. I'm going to go in. I should have texted DC. This is what happens when you start getting so busy that you forget the little details and everything. But yes, I gotta definitely text him. Darby, did you? Yes, I did. How was your Thanksgiving, Darby? Double C was good. Oh yeah, I forgot to do something. Oh, this is taking like forever. What's good, Double C? It's been a minute. Billy says it's like I keep remembering stuff Nicole did. I just remember that she falsely accused Jennifer of. Whoa. Oh, then yeah. See, exactly, though. It's things like that that's just like I don't feel bad for her. I don't. As an audience member, I don't feel bad for Nicole, and I'm gonna sit there and say it. I don't feel bad for her. Okay. I mean, granted, it's not just with Jennifer. That was pretty terrible. Um, that was pretty terrible. But everything that Nicole was feeling, Sammy felt. Sammy felt everything. Okay, she felt the guilt. She felt the sadness, the sorrow, everything. Everything that Sammy was feeling, everything that Nicole was feeling, Sammy was feeling. So I know a lot of people listening to this. I feel so bad for her. It's so sad. It's so tragic. It's like, yeah, I guess y'all people just must have this memory lapse, don't y'all? Yeah, y'all really just lost y'all memory. Y'all did y'all? It's like I feel like a lot of times. Well, that's the thing here. Remember, in my position is a lot different than my outlook is a lot different than just a typical fan's outlook. Jesse, I was just talking about you. I was just talking about you, Jess, the one and only. And yes, it has been a minute, Jess. Jess, hopefully you can still come through on Sunday with me and DC. Funny, I'm just talking about it too. It's just that they're letting everyone know this Sunday is going to be relationships and unrealistic expectations. It's going to be the smoke show. Oh, come on, Jess. You know, only said the positive. You know, I was only listening to talking about the positive. No, but Sir Charles, Victoria's daughter, is alive. I guess who it is. Sir Charles was good. At least I did find it funny as hell that Eric basically named his, yep, Sammy Jr. Darby says if Maggie is Holly's grandmother, why hasn't she visited her ever once? Even once? That's a good question. Was good, Sir Charles? I guess it's been a minute. Um, yeah, this Sunday is technically going to be the smoke show. And like I said, I am holding nothing back. Okay, my opinions is not going to be popular. So if you're somebody that's caught in your feelings, yeah, it was just yes, exactly, it was. Oh, Claire Grace. Okay. Oh. Yeah, Jasper. Yeah, you could have totally missed that episode. And you would have been like fine. Interesting, Sir Charles. Interesting. Ron says Sloane has no shame. The guilt on her face. Talking about Eric, I have to tell you something. She ain't slick. Well, the thing is, she walks around with this whole I feel guilty and I feel bad for what I'm doing to Nicole, but you don't feel bad. Okay, you feel bad up until a point because your feelings and what you want is more important than giving her child back. So it's like you can miss me with the whole I feel guilty. That's BS. Dolly says it's funny because back when Holly was an invisible soap kid, she was always spending the night with Grandma Maggie. Hmm. Yeah, funny how she was meant to say, "Oh, I'm more alone. I have." I mean, I. Uh, you have a good point though. But yeah, General Hospital. You could have missed that episode, and you didn't miss a damn thing. I mean, it was a filler episode. Oh, okay. I thought about watching a new episode. If it's up tomorrow, I'll watch it. If it's up tomorrow, I'll watch it. Um, but I do want to wake up early to go get my hair cut and everything. I generally hate going to the barbershop on the weekends because it's a nightmare. But if I can wake up early enough and be like the first person in, then I'll work out. But otherwise, I have to sit there and wait till sometime next week. And I mean, I can, just don't want to. Oh, Nicole, you're behind on days. Okay, yeah, I mean, granted, people's schedules sometimes it's kind of hard to sit there and keep up with all of them. Did anyone see the previews towards days? Because Shakira just sent me the link, and I watched it a few minutes ago. Ron says, "Robert, if or when this child gets sick and needs blood, what is Stone's end game?" Um, I think she'll tell the truth at that point. Oh, so Charles, you're joking? Okay. Although you saw it. Yep, that was. I figured that. Yeah, it was up earlier. Um, I think they put it up around 4, actually. But I took a nap. So, like when I woke up, it was like, all right, it's game time at this point. They got just on the side note, they got a deal on HBO Max for 2.99, but it's with commercials. And I'm kind of just like, at this point, I think I'd rather just spend the $14. I'm gonna watch it for the movies now. Once I get done with This Is Us, and I'll just pay the $14 because I cannot sit through any more goddamn commercials. I would rather pay the $15. Like that's insane. Ellie says, still think Nicole shouldn't get that baby back into Christmas. Maybe even New. Damn. Well, I mean, I hope for the sake of the fans, it doesn't take that long because I know people are already annoyed and upset that they got another baby switch story, which, to be honest, I'm totally fine with. Totally fine with. Oh, also, again, question of the night. What do you like or dislike? What do you like or dislike about Nina Reeves on General Hospital? Like I was saying when I first started, Nina has a lot of things that I can dislike, right? But in a lot of ways, there are also things that make her interesting. In a lot of ways, it makes her more interesting than Carly. If we're going to be honest, Carly used to be that chick back in the day. They used to cause trouble. They'd sit there and stir up stuff. We don't get that version now. Monique, Claire is Eve. So Claire is Eve. How was everyone's Thanksgiving? Mine is good. Yeah, hopefully Wine are still up by the time I actually get to watch it. So Charles says I feel like she needs to be replaced. Who needs to be replaced? Charles says everything. I like everything about Nina. She's wonderful mess. She's a wonderful mess. She keeps the party going. And see, that's something I could sit there and say. I wouldn't sit there and say I like everything about Nina, but she definitely does make it interesting. Dolly Ron says, I would have to be honest, I like Melinda, but she should not have got involved with Stone. I mean, of course not. But at least they're giving her something to do. But you feel like Nina should be replaced. You not a Nina fan, Sir Charles? What's your disagreement with Nina? Like I said, she's a mess, but she's an interesting mess. You know. Also, somebody in my comment section, Larry says, I don't like how she doesn't own up to her mistakes until those mistakes nearly destroy her. Yes, that's very true. That's very true. But somebody in my comment section was like, Nina didn't have to buy the hotel, right? Because I said that, Carly was stupid when she lost her hotel. So her sitting there whining about how this used to be my life, F all that and F your feelings because you decided to sit there and do what you did and lost your hotel. And somebody was like, well, Nina didn't have to buy it. It's Nina's goddamn money. She can buy whatever the hell she wants. She doesn't owe Carly an explanation. She doesn't owe her an apology. She doesn't have to clear it with Carly before she buys the hotel. If she feels it's a good business move, do it. Point blank period. Nina didn't have to. Nina doesn't have to do a lot of things. She doesn't have to breathe, but she chooses to do that. I, mm, 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 mm. Dover says I have Amber, how you doing tonight? Um Dover says I have to admit that my guilty pleasure is the hot mess character, so I'm probably not the best judge with Nia. I can say that, but again, she makes it interesting. Was good, Amber. She makes it interesting. And that's something I can sit there and appreciate. Hell, I don't even remember the last time that Carly. I mean, Carly used to have some interesting stories going on, especially last year with the whole her and Nell, or maybe the year before that, with her and Nell and stuff like that. Glad to hear that. Ever since what I like about Nina is when she loves the one she fights the devil himself to protect that person. Charlotte, yes, exactly. And speaking of Charlotte, I'm so sick and tired of her playing the victim. I'm like, if your little ass was not running around since they trying to break into people's houses, you would have been shot. Okay, you played the game of F her out, and you found out. Nicole says, I just watched the previous days. I hope Nicole doesn't go crazy. Well, it won't be that far fetched. She's sitting there running around talking about this is my baby, this is my baby. Everyone else is looking at her like she is crazy. Everyone else is sitting there looking at her like, all right, you need to sit. You're having a mental breakdown at this point. Blackmore says Michelle Stafford and Cindy Watchers played the hell out of Nina Love. Michelle's version, especially when she slapped the mess out of her mom, played by Donna Mills. But I am a huge Cynthia fan. It took me a while to be. Amber says I like anything. Okay. It took me a while. It took me a little bit to get used to Cynthia's version. But then once I did, I can imagine going back and watching Michelle Stafford's version, especially now because I watch her as Phyllis. Because I really feel like she was just playing Phyllis. I really do feel like Michelle was just playing Phyllis on General Hospital. Ron says, Albert, no one has respect for the others. Look how Stephen Begg bars. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was a dick move. That was a dick move. Double C says Nicole knows her son. She's not that stupid. Well, I mean, of course she's not that stupid, but everyone else is going to think that she's crazy. Dave, happy belated Thanksgiving. Yes, I hope you did as well. I did. Yes, sir, I did. We had our Thanksgiving early. We started early. It was great. Black Mom says I can see that too. And Cheyenne, I have no idea who that is. I have no idea who that is. I saw that in my comment section, and I'm like, I still have no idea who that is. Matt Bell, I feel like you missed the point of Carly having human emotions and just being annoyed with Nina. Yeah, she should be over it, but it kind of annoying to see that woman who slept with your husband. Now own what you previously owned. I get that. I get that. I can see that. I can see that. Math though. Granted, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know how militant I am. Okay, I know people when it comes to emotions, it's not logical, right? Also, I am a Carly fan. I know somebody in this chat is going to sit there and say you're gaslighting, which I don't even think this person is actually using the word gaslighting correctly. But I'm a Carly fan, right? But I'm also a critic. I'm also a reviewer. So regardless of how much I like her, I always try to be impartial as I can. Billy says Stefan is another trash character I've made feelings about. He's horrible. Said the, but I'm kind of here for it. Wow. Wow. Okay, Dolly. Yes, make sure you do hit the like button. It really does help. We got 24 people in the chat. I have no idea. Awesome, I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. I hope you had an amazing Thanksgiving. Let's see, where are we the likes? Seriously? At 11? Okay, so we got 25 and we still have 11 likes. Okay. Well, if you are enjoying the stream, just sign, then make sure you do hit the like button. It really does help. I did, Matt, though. I did. I had a great Thanksgiving. I had a great Thanksgiving. It was good. I didn't live stream in like 2 days, and I said this before, but I felt like 2 days was like 2 years of not live streaming. I do it 7 days a week, and even one day kind of throws me off a little bit. Billy says Stefan took it too far when he said that thing about Nicole, but a few weeks ago when he basically called EJ a turkey bastard baby, I loved it. Yeah, don't. Here's the thing: it wasn't just over the top, right? Like we can all agree that was too far. But if you stop to think about it, you're sitting there talking about, oh, you're getting exactly what you deserve. But I'm like, that was your nephew. You know, like okay, you're insulting AJ to sit there and get under his skin, but it's kind of like you had to stab yourself as well to do it. You know, that's your nephew that went up passing. And you felt like it was appropriate to sit there and say, I mean, seriously, F EJ for one moment. That was your nephew. And you said something pretty horrible. Like, was it really worth getting under his skin to sit there and say something like that? Blackman says, I know, not saying you ever saw you. Yeah, and exactly, Blackman, that was another thing. Um, I'm glad you're good, Amber. Yeah, that was another thing. Blackman, when I was on his live stream, it was fun. But Blackman, I'm used to being in control. I'm used to sitting there asking questions and things of that nature. So it was different. Not being in the driver's seat, to be honest. this this whole week was was different. I didn't live stream on mine on Monday, and Wednesday and Thursday I didn't live stream at all. It was definitely weird. Happy night, Nicole. Thank you for joining. We have a good weekend. Thursdays and me are as Thanksgiving is the shortest day of the year. Hmm. It depends on what time you start Thanksgiving. Yeah, I started in the morning. I went to my aunt's house in the morning, like at 11, setting up and everything. But it actually felt pretty long. I mean, it was fun. Lawyer said, here's a hot take. Steph is not the mirror. He's an Alamein. Biologically, he is 110% his mama. He doesn't feel that the mirror loyalty. I mean, I get that part. I do. But again, the mirror or Alamein, that was still, I'm glad you like everything, Amber. That was still a heartless thing to sit there and say about your own nephew, you know? That was still pretty terrible to sit there and say about your own nephew, though. Ron says Stefan is so effing selfish now. He goes to Clyde for help. What a mess. He is so. I remember him going to Clyde for help. He went to Clyde's, but Clyde actually is blackmailing him. Oh, you like everything about Nina? Oh, okay, Amber. Matt Pencil's running question. I'm new to Jesus. You have been catching up on storylines. I recently watched clips on the revealing of Nina as well as Mom. Can someone explain why Nina, Mom, gave away her baby? That's a very loaded question. Yes, if somebody in the chat can sit there and answer that, that would be much appreciated. Much, much, much appreciated. That was so long ago. Why did Nina give her babies away? Well, here's the thing, Mappa. I know it has something to do with the fact that Madeline wanted Nina's inheritance. She wanted her money. That's why she put her in a coma in the first place. She gave up her babies this way she can sit there and keep the money to herself. That's what I'm guessing, Amber. Billy says I completely agree. He was cold for that. I did like him calling Clyde a mental. I'm not pushing hillbilly. Yes, it's just like where did he get all that power from? It's not like he has money or anything like that. I mean, I'm like, without sounding too inappropriate, but what kind of favors was he sitting there doing in jail to sit there and amass that amount of power? Tracy says, I didn't like Nina at first, but she's starting to grow on me now. Yeah, she's a hot mess. Becky D, the one and only. How you doing tonight, Becky D? Blackmo said, whoa, the inheritance. Yeah, that's a lot of zeros, Blackmon. Yeah, the inheritance. So he says, I believe Nina's mom got rid of the babies as a way of keeping financial control. The twins would have been true heirs, and yes, I agree with that. Eagle Fang, what's up, Albert? Hope everyone had plenty of turkey on Christmas. Yep, it is Christmas. It is Christmas time. I gotta sit there and watch Compass on Peacock. I knew I had to do something. I love Christmas time. And if they're listening to my favorite Kelly Clark song, um, they only ever did like two songs, and one of them is the Christmas song. Ron says, I don't feel sorry for Stefan because look how he used Rachel, his own niece. I hope that Kristen cuts ties with him. I doubt that. But yes, I do. I do feel you, Ron, on that. Ellie says, could you imagine if Nella had realized she was an heir to a foot? Yeah, and that's another thing, Dolly. I don't think she would have actually went that extra. Queen Nikisha, I was going to wait to say hi until I could say to everyone I'm getting dressed. Question from about what drew you to GH and welcome to the GH family. It's a very good question. Yes. What made you watch? What made you get into General Hospital? What soap opera do you normally watch, Math Bell? And we had a talk. Math Bell said, "Thank you, everyone. I can't stay in most of the time, but I do feel like everything she does stems from hurt of not knowing raising her daughter." Yes. And see, that's something else. Me and Nikisha, we had a conversation on. We did a collab one of those days. Nikisha was like, Geese doesn't need to sit there and you know get new people into the show. It needs to sit there and keep its core audience because when you try to get new people into a show, you wind up alienating the people that do already love the show. And I can agree with that to some extent. But I'm also looking at this from a network standpoint. Geese doesn't exactly have the best numbers. And what they do need is new fans. Now, if they can get new fans without alienating, um, if they can get new fans without alienating the people that already watch the show, then they're gonna do really good. Amber says, "How are you doing today?" I'm doing well, Amber. I took a really good nap, so I'm doing very well. Lisa is so excited to have a new person watching GH. I'm so curious. That's why I asked the question. Yeah. No, no, no. But I mean, again, Keisha, I did feel what you were saying. A lot of times, shows and movie franchises will try new things to get a different audience. Get new audiences, and they by doing that they lose their core values of what made people stick to the franchise or show in the first place. The key is to sit there and try to do both. Is to sit there and try to get new people to watch your show, your movie, or whatever, but also make sure that you're doing the stuff that the fans already love. And Rihanna, what a day! I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to have you here. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving, and Rihanna. Hope you had a really good Thanksgiving. Hope you had a good day. I'm excited also. I don't have to work tomorrow, which is really great. So hopefully I can wake up early and get my hair cut. But so it's just the thing is people will always be drawn to great storytelling and complex characters. The key lies with marketing. Hmm. Yeah. Math also watched AMC in high school, college, but then fell off. Honestly, when I would go to get my hair done every few months, my hairstylist was always playing GH. Started watching on Hulu myself in April. Okay. Watching playlists on YouTube of GH storylines these past few months, it was really got me hooked. Okay. Ariana, mine was good. I had a lot of fun. It was good to catch up with the family. Something I haven't really been haven't done too often. So I'm looking forward to Christmas, to catching up with them then. And, just making it a point to at least try to visit my family and friends at least once a month. At least once a month. Ron says, I just realized that this baby switch is the same thing that Bo did with Hope. Yeah, I wasn't there for it. I didn't watch it, but I heard about it though. Janice says, I think Wino is getting really good in B&B with Luna. All the story, and I agree. I agree, Janet. Plus, Janet, you got Zende, okay? And Zende is going to be Mrs. Steer Girl, okay? We all know at this point, the writing is on the wall, that Zende is going to want to steal Luna from RJ because he feels like RJ has stolen his spotlight, okay? He ain't feeling that, but he's going to get even. That's why I'm calling him Mrs. Steal Your Girl. I'm not exactly really feeling Zende's hairstyle personally. I don't know why he has his hairstyle like that. But regardless, it's giving Zende some great story. Nikisha, okay guys, I'm gonna be silent for a few while I finish getting ready. I'll be listening though, so good to see y'all so good to be back with y'all. Yes, it's always a pleasure to have you in the chat, Nikisha, even if you're just listening. Um Alyssa's in the chat. How you doing? I hope you had a great day and a great Thanksgiving. Billy says RJ better be thankful it's this Zende and not the super heartthrob version of Zende. Luna would have been already gone by now if it was old Zende. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to check it out, Amber. I've been super busy. Black Man says I'm glad you said that about Zende. It's just not working for me, Black Man. It's really not. It's like the dude just went to the barbershop and was like, "I'll just do whatever." And I'm imagining barbershop. The barber guy's just like, you do realize that you're on the soap opera. They a lot of fans kind of like your hair that way. Just cut it off. I don't really care. Okay. Ron said those are the two stories I'm interested in. Zenda's. Yep. Of course, Ron. It always comes back to children. Dolly says it's the shape of his head. Yeah, it doesn't help. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't help. But again, I like his old hairstyle. Plus, I'm glad Zende went off on RJ and Rich. Yeah, that was a great moment. I'm all for Zende stealing Luna from RJ. Yes, he's going to be Mr. Steal Your Girlfriend. He's going to be Mr. Steal Your Girl, and I'm here for it, Alyssa. Alyssa says I really wanted them to bring Zende's parents. Well, that's the thing, Dolly. Didn't somebody? Okay, isn't Zende's mom dead? No, Cheyenne. I was never into like the medieval stuff. Never into the medieval stuff. Jonah says, I don't like this Zendaya as much. You mean you don't like this actor or you don't like this story? Eric Jr. Well, I thought, what, he's supposed to come back next week or something? You think he wants to come back next week or something? Yeah, I don't know. Just, I mean, I don't know. Listen, it's just, yeah, it's just something that just doesn't work for me. I know a lot of people like it, so that's cool, but just you like it, okay. No, it wasn't on today. They had sports on. The last episode, Amber, was Thursday. Billy says Zendy's bio mom is dead, but Kristen, her. Oh, okay. Alyssa, was Zendy adopted? That's a good question. Karen says, story is good, but this Zenday has a weird effect. Hmm, has a weird effect. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Alyssa, you didn't miss anything. You didn't miss anything. Bethel says to know who Bailey was and then watch the baby Lois storyline and the connection to Peter August and all that he did. Oh, Peter August, yo, listen, um I was there for Peter August. I know a lot of people didn't like it. Billy says I wish Zendy would just go back to his old name. Zendy Forrester had a nice ring to it. But yes, I was there for the Peter August stuff. Oh, not that Thornton. Okay, yeah, that was before my time. But I heard they're going to be bringing some people back. This is this is. I didn't actually have any of this. Damn, this was got my thought. Yeah, it was. It was for me. It was good. They gave people things to do. They made Liz and Finn interesting. Okay, and Finn has not been interesting for a very long time. This whole malpractice thing is actually giving Finn a good storyline. Ron says I've asked this question in the chat if they were a Sheikhan fan. Mean yeah, Sheikhan. Yeah, chat is. I mean, for the people that watch B&B, are you a Sheikhan fan? I've never been into combining people's names. I know a lot of people do it. It's a soap opera thing, and that's fine. I get it. Like Brangelina. This doesn't really work for me though. Well, Darby, isn't that the case? Isn't that the case with most shows? And that's the thing. Not that I watch Game of Thrones, but I know a lot of people always sit there and say the last few seasons is always downhill. But I always sit there and I look at it, and I'm like, at what point do you just start to get kind of bored of it? What's good, Gemini? But seriously, at what point do you start to get bored of a series? Like, stop and think about that for. Stop and think about that for a minute. It's like people sat there and said, hmm, like Arrow, right? Oh, the first couple of seasons was good, and then it went downhill. And I'm just like, well, what show don't you start to lose interest after a while? That feels like Peter August was crazy, but I felt like he affected pretty much everyone in the storyline. The whole town wanted him dead and rifles the shit up. So yes. Gemini said who was put shopping today. Hmm. Just says it doesn't get boring to me. Hmm. Well, I'm saying, for most people, just, a lot of times they'll watch a series and then they'll feel like it starts to go downhill. And I'm just like, well, it, because I sit there and look at it, it's like, is it the show that's going downhill or is it your expectations? Or is it your expectations? Billy says I wasn't a fan of them before, but after hearing Sheikhan as a Schmish name, I'm kind of on board. Keisha Albert, that's the wrong question to ask soap fans. We are lured by nature. We still watch the soap even when it's going downhill. Hmm, I have to agree to disagree on that one. Because sometimes when some people don't like a show or they feel like it's not good, they just stop watching it. Double C says Bridge and Thor returning so far. No, no, Gemini, no, it wasn't a new episode. Only the last new episode was yesterday. Just that the writers wanted to move on effing up the last season. Hmm. Yeah, yes. There's times where they will sit there and definitely mess up a last season, but sometimes I just feel like some people's interest starts to wane on a particular show or movie franchise or whatever. It's like Deadpool. I feel like Deadpool 2 is just as good as the first one, but people had so much high expectations from the first one. It was like the second one was pretty much kind of like the first one, but I don't know. Exactly, Gemini. That's exactly what I was just saying. They would Nina makes it interesting. Gemini says, I didn't think Austin was actually dead, but I saw the character saying his goodbyes, so I was wrong. Oh yeah, no, I know. Yeah, yeah, he was dead. He was dead. Austin, I feel like he was just done with the character. To be honest, I really do. The last couple performances that Roger gave was just like very, very low energy. Let's say why not being were preempted today because of yes. Now, okay, on the flip side of on the flip side of Y&R, they show like a really old episode, and I got to see what Tracy Abbott looked like back then. I'm like, Tracy wasn't bad looking back in the day. The young the Y&R Nina was not bad looking back in the day. Okay, Y&R Nina was not bad looking, and Tracy, when she walked in the door, she was like, "Oh, I'm Tracy Abbott." I was like, well, "Okay, all right." Reg and Thornton. Ariana says, "Is Nina still butt kissing?" Oh, I mean, she's still trying to cover her ass. I know that much. Delia says, "I wonder if Roger will move on to another soap or try something new altogether." I can see it working out both ways. He can always, Kyrie's snitch to saying he should go to Y&R, right? Be paired up with Phillips, since apparently those two have chemistry, whatever that means. They work good together. They're like, put Roger on Y&R, have him paired up with Michelle Stafford or Phyllis, and have that story open. And I feel like I feel like Y&R probably be better for him now. Someone else has a story on Monday's episode. Finally, you're having an interesting line. Yeah, Gemini, from a lot of people in the chat was telling me it was pretty good. So I look forward to it. I look forward to it. Um, okay, one of the things that they really should not do is bring Roger back on GH as a different character. Because if you're here's the thing, if you're not going to bring him back as Todd Manning, do not bring Roger back on General Hospital. I'm going to say that again. Unless you bring back Roger as Todd, do not bring him back. Yeah, and Ariana, yes, I would want him to go YNR. Yeah, bringing him back as a fourth. If they bring Roger back as a fourth character, that's pretty much just like sticking their middle finger up at us. Yeah, Gemini, I think he is too. How long has he been on it? 10 years, right, Gemini? Billy said there are a couple of ways this can go down for days. He could be Peter Blake. Demir, or for BMB, he could be recast as Jack Marone. Marone? Hmm. But yeah, it's a wrap. Like I said, if you're not gonna bring it back as Todd, just don't do it. You know, the character never worked. The thing is, the Austin character never worked from day one. It was constant misstep after misstep. You paired him up with Maxie. I felt like that was a little kind of odd. I was like, this is just weird. And then he had the whole thing with the quartermains, but they didn't keep that going. You know, so apparently he is a quartermain, or he's whatever. But it seemed like they didn't really care about trying to pursue that. Alyssa R, do you think TSJ will leave Warner as Tucker and Roger take his place? Then Trevor St. John goes to GH and play a different character. Hmm. I mean, Alyssa, I'll sit there and say this much. It'll be interesting if he does go on YNR, because then technically you will have two Todds. You have two people that play Todd Manning. Billy said Jack was Ridge only real competition with Brooke, and because they DH Ridge, they might as well DH Jack. Hmm. Oh, okay, yes. Did anyone actually? My notes are covered. Did anyone actually watch Thursday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful? They did a special Brooke and Ridge, their love story, but it was so muttered because all the old clips was with a different actor that played Rich. So I was like, how is this working? Just says, and what's going on with Austin? They still haven't found. Yeah, they still haven't found his body. And it's funny, Jess, because I thought Dante and Chase was looking into his body when they went to the morgue. I was like, okay, cool. They found Austin's body. Ron says the thing with Sheila, every time she gets assaulted, she never wants to press charges against the person, meaning Lee push her. Yeah. Then lick the. Yeah. And Ron, don't forget about Steffi. Steffi went up knocking her head off. Okay. She pretty much pimped her around at that point. Alyssa said, I don't think Austin's really dead because they didn't find a body yet. Oh no, he's dead. I'll tell you this much, Alyssa. He's dead because the actor is done. Yeah, the actor's done. Ron says, I don't watch standalone episodes regarding the shows. I don't either, but I sat there and I looked at it. It was such a mess. And you're right, Ron. I don't normally either. It was such a mess. You're sitting there trying to tell their love story, but I'm like, Yep, Alyssa, he's dead. He is done. The character's dead, and the actor is. Well, I don't know if the actor is fired or he quit, but Trevor says why would Trevor St. John would leave a special role he's made for an older play an old role to make room for another actor who barely remembers him. That's true. But yeah, you're gonna tell their love story, but you can't really go back and tell the rich stuff. Now let's say Roger got fired. Hmm. So I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up. Tyrese Clark, the one and only. Ron says even Phoenix doesn't like or watch. That's cool. I mean, even Phoenix Tremaine doesn't do it. Well, I mean, Ron, if Phoenix Tremaine doesn't do it, but then it's a bad idea because Phoenix Tremaine doesn't do it. Tyrese, I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Tyrese Clark. Ah, screw it. I think I'll say it again. Huh? What am I doing? All right, so yeah, I'll say this again. No. Okay, I guess you're not. Versus the one and only Albert Reeves Bostic, 10:27 p.m. 21st, certified. I'm so happy. That's what. See, that's my guy, Kyrie. That's my dude. Yes, thank you, Darby. Yes, make sure you do hit the like button. It really does actually help. Oh, Alyssa, were you in the exactly? You were in the chat. You were in the chat. So also, okay. So to be fair, I also did sit there and tell Kyrie that I was on Benadryl that day, that night. Yeah, so we got 15 likes. We got 25 people in the chat. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure you do hit the like button because it really does help. Like it seriously does help. So thank you, Darby. Yes, I did sit there and say that I was Team Nina. Yes, he did. Yes, he did, Alyssa. He highlighted the F out of that comment that I was hashtag Team Nina. I was also on Benadryl, just again, in case people forgot about that. But and then Jess was since talking about something that I was gaslighting, which I would still love to sit there and hear how I was gaslighting. But yeah, I mean, like I said, you know me. I do try to sit there and see things from both sides. I can be I try to be as impartial as I can when it comes towards talking about these characters. Yep, that exactly. He even timestamped it. That is right, Alyssa. My dude Kyrie is on point, and I was here for it. I was here for it. That's right, Jess. Do timestamped and everything that I'm Team Nina. Ron says, Alyssa, you know I'm Team Nina, but for Albert to be Team Nina is why. It's let's highlight that you all know I'm Team Nina, but for Albert to be Team Nina is wild. That's right. That's right. Ron says no build up to the storyline. I hope they don't write Dollar Bill being Luna's father because that would be stupid and lazy writing. Well, it's Brad Bell, so are you really surprised? Kerry says, well, I think the manufacturer for Benadryl, that's the new true serum. Yeah, apparently I'm Team Nina now. Dudley says, Albert, never mind me, you're invited to the hashtag Team Nina fan club evening next weekend. It begins it being held at the Metro Court and is sponsored by Corinthos Coffee. Charlotte will. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. I like that, Dory. Lakeisha is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Dewan says, I didn't even know you were live streaming. Hmm. Well, I mean, I'm not surprised that you didn't get the notification. I'm glad you're in. I'm glad you're in the chat though. But yeah, no, I just took 2 days off, which is not something I normally do. Again, Dewan, when I was a live streamer for 2 days, it was like 2 years. It felt like a long time. It felt so long. And how even Wednesday, if I had time, I would have live streamed on Wednesday. Because I really don't like not live streaming. When you do it for 7 days, it's just kind of like, you know. Ron says Robert Brad Bell should just write Sheila being pregnant with Deacon Shaw. I would prefer that. Yeah, I'm not really too shocked. Let's say yesterday was a holiday, so you couldn't live stream. Yeah, that's true. But you know how it is, Alyssa. I just love hanging out with everyone. You know. Lakeisha, we're gonna get you to start eating some. You know, it's really funny, Lakeisha. I actually did eat some real food yesterday. And Rihanna says I didn't get the notification. Yeah, you know, um, and Rihanna, this is exactly the reason why I have a schedule because I know that YouTube will not always give out notifications, which sucks. But that's why I make a schedule. Harry says at the Nina fan club, I'm gonna be target for all my Charlotte hate. Well, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be hilarious. Lakeisha said Thanksgiving don't count. Jonathan, what's good, Jonathan? Well, it counted. It counted. You're not here today, Lakeisha. It counted yesterday. It counted yesterday. It was so weird to actually not have noodles. Ariana says, "Thank you for a schedule." Yeah, no, it makes everyone's life a lot easier. You know what time I'm coming on. I know what time I'm coming on because the one says, "See, I never get notifications from YouTube." Yes, that's why. That's why. That's exactly why I have a schedule. So thank you for showing up, Ariana, and just remembering. Let's have BBQ yesterday. Something non-traditional. Lakeisha said I can send Recipes for a quick meal. Yes, yes, yes. Akeisha, seriously. If you can email me that will help me out immensely. Akeisha, what did Nina do now? Oh no, we're just talking about the good and the bad. What people like about um Nina, what people dislike about Nina. You want to say I should order a pizza for Thanksgiving? I miss pizza. Yes, I do say things that I miss pizza. I know I live in New York, but the pizza places around my area is straight up trash. I would rather go to Burger King. Johnson says, "Who do you think deserves the most smoke from the baby stealing storyline? On days Dimitri and Melinda are desperate Peterson. Melinda. Melinda. I'm gonna sit there and go with Melinda because, granted, she was all up in Sloane's ear. You should do it. You should do it. It can totally work. This is what you want. So I'm gonna sit there and go with Melinda. Harry says Nina finally stole Albert's heart to the point that he no longer is able to deny it. Damn. And that Benadryl was really working at that point. Then, like I said, I can see. Yeah, yes, definitely. I definitely agree with that, Alyssa. Like I said, I can see the stuff with Nina. Lakeith said Nina honestly gives Karen vibes, but so does Carly. I'm indifferent on her character because it is what it is. I think with Nina, her flaws is what makes her interesting. And I know people will sit there and say the same thing about Spencer, but Spencer irritates me, right? Nina is nutty and a lot of times just straight up bat is crazy. But I'm here for it. And I can't say the same thing about Carly. Johnson says Melina at this point may never practice law again. Oh no, she's not gonna practice because she'd be in jail. I mean, of course, she's not gonna practice um law. She'd be too busy in jail. Nobody says it's not Dimitri because all he wanted to do was get the baby out. Okay, so I still don't get Melinda's involvement, purpose of the baby storyline. Well, here's the thing, Lakeisha, and Dolly really explained it to me because Melinda doesn't like the Damaris. She don't like Kristen, and so she doesn't think that that baby will be a good fit in the Damaris. Being with the Damaris. Dolly says Carly and Nina should settle their beef by both demanding to speak to the manager. That's usually how that does work. Mm, no, Jonathan. I mean, maybe if here's the thing, Jonathan. I would want her to be in jail. But I feel like because they're actually giving her such good stuff, and she is technically like the new Sammy, they're not gonna sit there and shelve her. They're not. I doubt that they will. I doubt that they'll shelve her. I'd be surprised if they do. Yes, yes, yes. So like I said, I was gonna sit there and say before, tomorrow's gonna be a double live stream. Um, I'm gonna have a surprise guest at 4. Um, and then at 8 we'll do the members live stream. I gotta sit there and text DC for Sunday. I'm text DC for Sunday. If everything's set, then we'll sit there and do a different kind of show. Juan says Carly and Nina just needs to fight. It's funny too because I know that's something that Brock has been saying for a hot minute. Yeah, just 4 o'clock. I'm going to be doing a regular stream with everyone, and then at 8 o'clock, I'm going to be doing a members only stream. Yeah, it's just going to be 4 p.m. Eastern. Well, you know the time. 4 p.m. and then another one at 8. Alyssa, I don't think so. Okay. Jakaris, how have you been? Jakaris has been on YouTube for a whole year. A whole year on YouTube. I'm super impressed and just very happy for you. Jakaris, how do you feel about Holly? How do you feel about Holly trying to break up your favorite couple? Everything's going good, Jakaris. How about you? How do you feel about Holly? Johnson says if anything, Sloan will just get under AJ's skin until a spark lights up between them. Oh yeah, I keep yeah. Yeah, well, you have to find out. You have to find out tomorrow. Um, do I? But yeah, Johnson. Like I said, I know they work in the shelter. Are you posting new video too? Okay, you guys. And I don't like this witch. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I mean, I just like I said, I find the whole story to be stupid. Jakari's. Dolly says, "I can't wait till Sloan tries to slither her way out of the baby still, and you just know she's gonna throw Nicole and Sammy's pads in Eric's face. Oh, she definitely will. I'll be interested if she I'll be interested if she doesn't throw um Melinda under the bus. Harry says Melinda can't pull the same amount of men Nina Reeves or Nina. Okay, see, Carrie's. uh See, it's comments like that. I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna have to come out there and get you some glasses ASAP. Dakara says the whole storyline is so stupid and childish. It's childish because the chick is 16 years old. So it's just like it doesn't even really work. Spike Quick says, I think the fire smoke from my aunt's fireplace getting to my head. Justin says everything Sloan is doing is exactly why why she's perfect for EJ. Yes. Yeah, she's a schemer. Nicole used to be like that too. And I feel like they definitely did tone her down. But she had years of Smith there being like that. So it's like, at what point do you sit there and kind of slow down the. Speaking of that, Alyssa, don't get me started on Holly, aka Ashley. I know, exactly, Alyssa. I remember the comment that you said, and yeah, I was like, I'm not even gonna get into that part. But we know, Alyssa, we know. Me and you, we know that should not be said. Um, no, it's right quick. No, I haven't seen her. Johnson says, imagine if down the line Sloan helps EJ take back. I guess I can see them, working together. I can see them being paired together. I don't really do the whole coupling thing, but I can see how they match each other's energy now. Nikki said, I watched they surprised me with Dimitri showing up. Yeah, it's I actually like that character. I like Leo also. Curry says, I read Melinda and Wendy 3, Luna and Poppy, and even Eggless Lee put them. I actually like Melinda. Well, wow, Wendy's a 3. But then again, Curry, you sit there and say that you think that Maxie looks good, so it's yeah. Plus, say yes, we both know, and I don't want to talk about it either. That's why we're not talking about it. That's that's exactly why we're not talking about it. Joey says, I will say one nice thing about Nicole. I loved the moment when she finally called Abe dad. Yeah, I mean, it was a nice little. Yeah, it was. It was. I admit that as well. Joey says, Albert, are there no optimists in optometrists? Paris is sitting. Nikki said, I don't feel bad for Nicole at all. I think because we all know she would get her baby back eventually. Well, that's one way of putting it, yes. Alyssa, I don't want to turn up on Friday. Yes, exactly. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Alyssa. We trying to keep it drama free on Friday. We trying to keep it drama free on Friday. And plus, listen, to be honest, it's a very sensitive subject, Harry says, leave Maxie out of it. She ain't got nothing to do with this. I told you I'm all maxied out and she's a special circumstance. Yeah, that's one way to put it. Um, Jakara says Nicole did steal Sammy's baby. Exactly. And that's why I don't feel bad for her. Because everything that Nicole's feeling is what she made Sammy feel. She needs to handle her desperate daughter. Hmm. Tori says Nicole backstory with her real dad is so horrific. Like he may be the worst father in soaps. Yeah, I've heard stuff here and there, but nothing specific though. Jakar said Jeez did that with Sam and Tia back in 2012. Darby says I didn't. Johnson says ironically the same way I feel about Holly is more or less how I feel about Chanel when she first came to town, and now Chanel has matured and is tolerant. But yeah, I can see that, Jonathan. I can see that because when Chanel, here's the thing: when Chanel first came to town, it was bad. When Chanel first came to town, she was oh. So when the new actress took over, it's like they rewrote Chanel's character. Because yeah, her character was it's like after a while I felt like I needed to skip scenes or damn near mute it whenever the actress that played Chanel the first time was on. It was a little bit more wider back then because Ali was also a hot mess. She was she was also a hot mess when she was in town. I mean, I swear I felt like Ali cheated on Trip like 3 times. Like it was bad. Blackmon said, "Thank God for Raven and Chanel." The other one was woof. Yeah, it was. The thing is, Blackmon, I don't blame the actress because that was just material that she was given with. Like Raven could have been caught in that same character trap. You know, I feel bad for the actress because it was like they made Chanel such a trash character when she first came in, and not even in a good way. Yeah, listen, she was. It was, oh my God, Alyssa, it was bad. It was bad. And don't get me wrong, Alyssa, like the actress looked good, but her character was just, and she was nearly unwatchable. Chicago says, I'm glad Ali's gone. Yeah. I remember you never really liked Allie. Remember Sam got her baby switched by Todd on GH. Oh, I remember that. Carrie says, I can't wait till Melinda gets everybody wrapped. I hate her with a passion for this. Carrie says, that baby is brilliant. I hope he continues to cry whenever he's around Sloan. He should never take he should never take to her. Damn. Well, like I said, the baby knew. The baby knew that, Sloan was not his mother. Bio. Gully says, I think Ray fits more of what Ron was going for when he envisioned the character. The original Chanel did not fit the role. Well, here's the thing, though, also. Chanel was envisioned as Ron's take on Whitney from the show A Different World. Hmm. Um, I just know that here's the thing. When Chanel first came to town, her personality was way different than what it is today. When Chanel first came to town, she was staying with her sister Lottie. She had no problem disrespecting her sister multiple times, constantly pretty much eye googling her husband. You know, I'm like, bro, you're staying on your sister's couch because your mom don't want no parts of you or whatever, and you're completely and utterly disrespecting your sister by practically eye effing her husband. When she first came to town, she sat with Claire and Trip and ordered a bunch, like ordered like expensive champagne, and then decided she was just going to sit there and skip out on them. Left him with a $500 tab. I was like, bro, you are practically a trust fund baby, and you walked off on them like, oh, f them. Right then and there, I knew I didn't like the character. So, oh, wow, Chanel was like that disrespectful. I wouldn't like Chanel then. Yeah, that's what I said. She was not. Listen, and that's the thing. I don't mind a messy character, but not a character is going to just be that blunt about disrespecting someone. And like I said, when she first came on, she sat with a bunch of people she didn't know, ordered an expensive bottle of champagne, and was just going to walk off. And was like, "Are you kidding me?" And then had the nerve to sit there and say to Trip, "Oh well, you're just broke." Okay, bro, you're a trust fund baby. Why don't you pay for it? Yeah, I wasn't with that. Ron says if the writers break up Chanel with Johnny, then bring Jerry back. Bring Jerry back for who? Chanel? No, he says I remember she was a total nightmare. The original Chanel was spoiled princess, but the nasty version, this Chanel is more princess meets Southern Belle. Yeah. That's what I said. Yeah, it was night and day. It was night and day. It was bad. Johnson says I remember the expected day previous showed that Holly ended up in the hospital and Tate gets arrested. I'm thinking it may be the outcome of their upcoming scheme. Well, listen, if they get Holly onto the show, I'm cool with it. Dawn says, "What's the meanest character ever?" What's the meanest character? I don't know if there's a meanest character ever. There's a lot of mean characters. I don't know which one. Ron, oh, Albert, Jerry's back with Chanel. Okay, Ron, again, I swear you're the only person that actually remembers Jerry. I find that very interesting. Ron, you are the only person that sits there. and champions for a character that most people don't even remember. Jakara says, I hated the first Chanel, I admit it. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Listen, I hope they don't break up Chanel and Johnny up. Yeah, no, she was annoying. She was beyond annoying. She was like again, she was damn near unwatchable. She was damn near unwatchable. Those damn Logans. Up to no good as usual, huh, Kyrie? Kyrie says the Logan sisters can't be trusted. Zende is right to be wary of RJ's due to his association with them. These women are bad influences. Bad influences, yep. I mean, Kyrie, you not even want to come back. You not even want to come out, girl, Katie, baby, some slack. Katie, baby. I mean, come on, Kyrie. Let's say Holly is trash. I'm sorry to say that about a teenager. She's definitely annoying. Debbie says, "Don't do this to Jerry. Let him be safe in jail with Chanel." Then with Chanel, damn. Oh yeah, that's what you call a sister, right? That's Nicole's brother, right? Yep, those damn Logans. Ariana says, "Nice one, Albert." Yes, you got. If you don't put the fist into it, it's not really that much of an impact, you know. I mean, and Ariana, you gotta sit there and show how much you can't stand the Logans because apparently they're bad, they're the worst, and yeah, they can't be trusted. Darby says, "Look like what Albert is doing rhymes with oak." Harry says, "Katie is no baby. She got too many lines and miles for that." Oh, she's still Katie, baby. Come on now, Kyrie's. Dolly said, for Mina's soul woman, I would say Sammy Brady. Carly, Brooke, Carly on as another world. Blair, Teresa from Passion, and Phyllis from Y&R. Venus? Is that the thing? I was sit there and say Tracy. Darby says Ruggs, Albert Ruggs. Oh, okay. Harriet says Katie's not even cute though. She's nowhere near Nina Webster's level. Okay, Ron. Okay, Carries. I'm pretty sure she looks. I know she looks a lot better. She looks a lot better than Nina Webster. You know, Jonathan. I mean, Jakars. He's sneaky. He's a snake. Um, I know he wants back Stephanie, but he's going to buy in this very, he's going to buy in this very snaky kind of way. I like the actor though. Nikita, gotta go, gotta work, y'all. This was fun, miss y'all. Oh, hope you have a great night. Thank you, Nikisha. Carrie says Nina is beautiful from head to toe. Well, Carrie, she was beautiful from head to toe like years ago. She was Carrie. She was actually pretty. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Johnson says Jerry's an actor. If anything, he's going to find more acting gigs in LA, which he won't find in Salem. Thank you, Jonathan. But yeah, Kyrie, she was good looking like in the 80s. Jakara says, Kyrie's. She was, But yeah, Carrie, no, she was good like in the 80s. Carrie says, well, Katie is practically just as old too. Yeah, but she looks cuter though. She looks cuter, Carrie. Again, let's just be real. Jakara says the current actress that plays Katie on B&B used to play Victoria. That version was tolerable. Oh, you don't like the Amelia? I don't know. See, I only started watching it last year, so Amelia is the only one that I know. Antonio? Why can't you stand him? Jagaris, why can't you stand Antonio? It took me a few seconds to sit there and remember. Yeah, he's the Vegas boys, the Vegas brothers, Christian and Antonio. Well, Kyrie, at one point you were sitting there saying that Maxie. At one point, Kyrie, she sat there and said Maxie was good looking. So you're not exactly on solid ground at this point, my friend. You start talking about Maxie. No, Jakaris, what don't you like about him? Kyrie says Maxie is good looking, but she's a different story. Yeah, exactly. She was good looking like 8 years ago. Yeah, exactly, Kyrie. She was good looking 8 years ago. Let's invent a time machine. We can go back to what 2004. Ron says, "I'm annoyed. Why don't Deacon and Shirley come forward and admit that are engaged? To hell with what everyone else thinks. They are grown adults." You know, Ron, I was actually going to sit there and say something snarky or whatever, but at this point, you're right. You're right, Ron. I don't understand. They really should just come out at this. I don't. Yeah, I'll be honest, Ron. You have a point. Curry says I might have to examine had Daddy looks to looks to maybe DC was on something about him looking better than Brady. Hmm. Yeah, like I said, Curry, when DC said that, I was like, bro, come on. I was like, bro, I'm straight, and even I know that that's just lopsided as hell. I was like, bro, that don't make sense. Listen, I guess most of the town despise Sheila. That's probably why she and Deacon are keeping their engagement a secret. And yeah, I get that to an extent, but my whole thing is like, it's them being together is already a problem. The fact that it has not, the fact that it has not affected his business is nothing short of a miracle. They're already together. You must just sit there and admit that they're married or they're going to get married because a ring on their finger is not going to really do much of anything. She's still a problem, and that's not going to change with a ring or no ring. Gary says, I'll come back with a verdict on letter date. Gonna be a long examination." Gary says, "Where is Phyllis? I'm heartbroken." Uh, It's funny too, because somebody else is also asking about her. Johnson says, I would like to see Brandon Walker return to Salem and pair up with Jada. Oh, you don't like her? You don't like her with Rafe? Dolly says, in fact, I probably would have inserted Brandon in the Everest slot. They could have had him come back to town to check on Nicole and Abe. Exactly, Alyssa. Let me tell you something, Alyssa. She came in that house like she owned the place. She punched Sheila in the face and she was like, I own LA. She was like, yo, she was like, this is my town. I'm like, okay. Like, seriously, she came in there and she was like, I own this town. Alyssa, I like Jada with Rafe. Carrie says Phyllis need extra love. When she arrives, I need you to greet her with extreme enthusiasm. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. I can do that, Carries. Cherry ice cream was good. Dakota says, I can't stand Antonio because he was annoying. Okay, well, what I'm saying, what did he do to annoy you? Like, give me an example of something that he did that was annoying. Cherry ice cream says, I didn't know you were alive tonight. Yeah, it probably didn't get out the notification. I'm glad you're here though. I mean, Jakars, I could just take your word for it, but I'm just kind of curious of why you don't like him. You're saying that he's annoying. What did he do that was so annoying? I haven't watched the soap opera in, well, forever. Johnson says, I don't see Jada and Rafe lasting as a couple. I think Rafe needs to be with someone who works outside of the Salem PD. It is a lot of overlap. I will admit that much. It is a lot of overlap. You're working together, you're playing together, you're working together, you're playing together. I can see that. But no, Jerry, I'm glad you actually came on because some other people were sitting there saying that they didn't get the notification, which I'm not surprised. That's why I have a schedule. Tony says I feel bad for Ray, but he is just the stop over guy. Rafe is a dude who keeps women warm while they're waiting for their true love to show up. Damn. Plus, I think they will let. Okay. Now, Jakara said the reason I said that because I heard the actors ruled in real life. Okay. Well, I'll say this. You're entitled to your feelings, Carlos. But it's one of those things where it's like take take that stuff with a grain of salt. Take take that with a grain of salt because yeah, somebody could sit there and say that this person is rude as hell, but we don't know what that person did to make them be rude. Some fans aren't always the best when they approach these actors, and after a while, you can only take so much. So I'm not saying that you can't you can't feel how you feel, but just take into consideration that unless you was there, you don't know the story. You know, I know some actors can be rude, but it depends. It it depends on the situation. It's a case by case basis. That's what I'm saying. Just don't write him off into maybe you meet him and then if the dude is annoying, then you can sit there and be like, F him and the horse that he rode in on. Alyssa, I had no idea the actor who played Antonio. Well, again, that's how did Clyde know that Ava killed Gil? Oh, he has connections on the outside. Ron, he knows everything. He's like Kingpin, apparently. But listen, no, I was simply telling Jakars to take that with a grain of salt. You know, because that's only one story by one person. And then what they do, they wind up telling these rumors. Then it gets to people like Jakaris, and Jakaris will sit there and be like, okay, well, then if some people said it, then it must be true. You know, which isn't exactly the best way to sit there and judge a character, judge a person. Carrie says Nina Webster looks even better than her older self. See, okay, Carrie, I can't wait till you start. I can't wait till you stream again. I can't wait till you stream again, Carrie, because I'm gonna come in there. I'm gonna come in that stream with some off the wall comments. You thought my Carrie, you thought my comment about being hashtag Team Nina was off the wall. You wait. You wait. Let's say Clyde summons Stefano to do his bidding. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm like, where'd you get that type of power from? And Darby says, unless that person's rude to you, I wouldn't hate that person on that other person's say so. Yes. Jakar said, there's one character I hate and like to live is Natalie because of how the way she treated her sister. Natalie was the cause of Nash. I have to take your word for that. I do remember her going there, Jakarta. I do remember her going to town to sit there and try to, um, get her money and stuff like that. It was played by that actor that played Superman. I remember that story. Jakarta, Johnson said the Rafe and Jada pairing felt a little bit forced. My opinion, that's why I don't think they will last. I think each of them will have a different pairing when the process is better built. Melissa, the Stephen Avon Harrison scene today was like watching GH all over again. Stephen, yep, as Johnny Z. Harrison as Jason and Ava as Carly. Yes, Melissa, it was pretty much a GH reunion. It was pretty much a GH reunion. Pretty much a GH reunion. Ron says, I would agree with. Ron says, I would agree with me. What Steffi did was assault. She's lucky that Deacon Sheila didn't have her arrested or thrown in prison. Well, I mean, yes, Ron, I do agree that was assault. Um, but I can also sit there and say that it was funny as hell. Um, because my whole thing is like, how do you allow your girlfriend to sit there, how do you allow your fiance to sit there and get punched in the face and not do anything about it? It's like he sat there and just looked at it, was like, oh, that's crazy. Hey, honey, you all right? You good? You need some ice? That's literally what he did. That's literally what he wound up doing. He literally sat there and was like, yeah, it looks like you got a black eye. Like you gonna do something? Kyrie says, don't tempt me to doing an improv stream. I was going to do one tonight, but only one soap aired. So it would have been more of a wrestling stream, but I'm still somewhat sleepy despite naps and a rain. Okay. So a rain check. I'll get you. I got you. Don't worry, Kyrie. So I'm gonna remember this though. So next time you do a stream, Kyrie, don't be surprised if I don't go off the wall with some of the comments I say. If I remember this conversation, don't be surprised if I don't go off the wall. Ron says, "What did you think of the Newman theme?" Well, Duane, I didn't actually watch it today. I didn't watch Monday's episode yet, but I'm looking forward to it though, Duane. Happy night, Dolly. Thank you for joining. I hope I get to see you tomorrow. And like I said, I don't know if Jess is actually still in the chat. Listen, yeah, she was, yeah, that's what we were asking about. We were asking about her. Alyssa. But I should tell you the truth, like I said, Alyssa, I hope she's doing okay now. I hope she had a good Thanksgiving. Curry says, make sure you write down those comments in your head. You know you're a boomer. Danny Bear, 87, the one and only. I miss doing collabs with you. I gotta see what happens on Sunday, and then I'll message you. It's been so crazy at my. The one says, "See for me, it airs Friday." No, it airs Friday for me as well. The one is just I took a nap and then you know, I started live streaming, so I didn't really actually have time to watch it. So hopefully it's still on tomorrow and I can watch it. I gotta read this comment. Harry says, "Hey, Danny B87. Albert finally admitted he was Team Nina on November 21st at 10:27 p.m. on my stream." Yes, Danny, I'm gonna try to see if we could do something this Sunday. I'm gonna try to see if we could do something this Sunday. Because here's the thing, Danny B. I miss doing live streams with you. I do. So if my Sunday is definitely good, then I'll sit there and text you, and we'll do a live stream. Is that what? Here's the thing, Danny Man. Tyrese is always on point. Okay, my dude brings his receipts. He had the date and the time and everything. I'm here for it. I am here for it. Yes. My Sunday is definitely clear. We will sit there and do a live stream. Well, I know tomorrow about 3 o'clock. Like, what up? Hmm. I think that'll be a lot of fun because like I said, I miss doing live streams with you. So it's been so busy at my job. Exactly. Liz. My boy Kyrie's comes in with the receipts. Okay, he's no joke. He's no joke. He definitely keeps me on my toes. But yeah, it's been so busy. Um, Curry says there's going to be a wedding date to Nina and Albert. I'm going to get Cynthia Watros all caught up on it. Don't worry about a thing, Albert. It will go off without a doubt. Exactly. And listen, my boy Kyrie's is the best man. My boy Kyrie's Clark is the best man, and I'm here for it. Listen, I said it before, and I'll say it again. There's certain times and situations when Nina, well, she ain't looking so bad. She you get her in the right clothing, She looks good. I'll be honest with that. She looks good. Exactly, listen, I'm here for it. But like I said, certain clothes, Nina does actually look good. That I will admit. That I will admit, and I will own it. Ron says, Albert, if when Lee put Sheila's face in the spaghetti sauce, why didn't Lee also grab those knives and try to kill her? Although how Hollis, the bartender, saw everything. Well, I know, Ron. I know you want Lee and Jeff. Well, to be fair, Lee has been pissing me off, right? Lee has been pissing me off. Whoa, hold on. Hold on. Spike Quick says my boo Trina is on Monday. That- we all reading this, right? I want no. I want everyone to read this. Harry says that little spider tried to steal your thunder with his Trina love confession. The girl says, "I mean, which one you like the most from like Live Jess or Tess?" Well, the thing is, when she actually had a split personality, I wasn't watching the show at that time, so I can't even sit there and say that is one answer. I can't even sit there and say Jakara's. I stopped watching the show around that time. Oh, I love it. I love it. Alyssa says timestamp 7:06 I love it. Alyssa, I'm here for it. Is that and it, my dude actually said my boo. Don't like I said, Trina looks good. I'm gonna put that out there. She girl's on point. Harry says yes. He named Trina his boo since yesterday's live stream. Oh, I'm writing that down right now, listeners. Because apparently I'm a boomer. Well, for here, it's actually 10 o'clock. Yeah, because if I don't write exactly, I already did because I was like, well, listen, if I don't write anything down, listen, oh, Albie, you shouldn't have timestamped that last. Oh, you should have timestamped that last. Oh, I just did it right now. Exactly. See, even Black Man's like, yo, what is going on? Ron says Albert tell Carice hope fully a fan. Don't tell Cindy Watchos they will slap her. That's new. I didn't see that one coming. Nah, listen, I wrote that down. Ron says Melina Trash is good looking. I'm surprised that she doesn't have a man. Well, I can take a whole deep dive into that one alone. Quite quick said Trina got a good body too. That's true. That's what I said. She's a very pretty girl. Good personality, good head on her shoulders. Have a good night, Jakaris. Thank you for joining. Always good to see you. Carrie says 10:09. Spider Quick says Trina got a good body too. Alyssa says I must be in the upside down reading Spider Quest comments, right? Running from. Well, this this live stream has definitely been very interesting. I will sit there and say, no, this was actually a lot of fun. I do want to thank everyone for joining. Now, Harry says Trina doesn't have as much body as Luna, though. That's right, I said it. I, I kind of feel like they're on the same level. If we're gonna be honest, I really do feel like they're on the same level. Um, I don't know. You know, it's pretty quick. I gotta sit there and text him. Yeah, trust me, Black Mom. Just a surprise. Ron says about how is Melinda Trash single and can't get a man. Um, because she doesn't have a good personality, Ron. Guys, she's. I don't want to sit there and say she has. Hmm. Curry says Trina is a 7.8, Luna is a 9. Damn, who would have guessed? And Melissa says Trina has a better body than Luna. No, I haven't really looked at Luna like that. I don't know. I'll take your word for that. Um, in some ways, Ron, I feel like she does have a certain level of masculine energy. Just to be honest, Ron, I feel like she does have a certain level of masculine energy. Oh, you haven't seen it since Tuesday? Okay. Yeah, it's actually been good all week, though, Spider Quake. It actually has. Melissa Melinda had her chance with Lee before he broke it off with her because she was setting him up to get. Yep. You know, and again, Melissa, I feel like she has that very boss like energy, that very diva energy, the boss lady syndrome. I'll sit there and put it that way. Works great in the business world, but as far as a relationship is concerned, nope. Anyway, listen, this was actually a lot of fun. Um, I'm gonna sit there and try to wake up early to get my hair cut tomorrow. So I'm gonna sit there and end the stream right here. But I do want to thank everyone for joining. I really do appreciate everyone coming in. This was so much fun. It is so great to be back. 2 days off was like 2 years. And I appreciate every single one of y'all. If I don't sit there and say that enough, so thank you. You know, Alyssa, I'm starting to look at it that way too. I mean, I still think that she, her decision was is poor, but yes. But yes, no, this was actually a lot of fun. I do want to thank everyone for joining. I will see y'all tomorrow if everything goes through at 4, and then again at 8 if you're a member. Have a good night, Cherry Ice Cream. Black Moon says, okay, this just entered the weekend stream. Yes. Justin Johnson says, join us for another edition of Soul Chat with Evan Bostic. Yes, thank you, my friend. Have a great read, Ronnie Ron. Then he says, Melinda and Lucas can get together when he gets out. I don't know, Danny Bear. I feel like Lucas is kind of a loser in a lot of ways. I feel like Lucas is kind of a loser. Justin, hey, what's up? I just wish Cam and Emmy were. Ooh, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that another time because I feel like Emma looks a little bit too young for Cam. I feel like Emma looks way too young for Cameron. Have a good night, Alyssa. Thank you for joining. It's always a pleasure to see you. Have a good night, Blackmon. Have a good night, Spiderquake. Have a good night, Lonnie Ron. Have a good night, Kyrese Clark, the one and only. Have a good night, Blackmon. Have a good night, Lakeisha. Harry says, good night, my queen Jess, and everyone else. Danny just says, don't talk about Lucas like that. I don't think there's any other way to talk about Lucas. That's the problem. There's no other avenue to sit there and take with Lucas. But yes, you have a great night, Danny Bear. And hopefully if everything works out, I can sit there and see you this Sunday. But I will message you tomorrow or this weekend, and I will definitely let you know. It's always a pleasure to see you. It was good, Justin. It was good. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving as well. I enjoyed it. Danny says, you're so mean. Yeah, I am. I am. I'm a dick. You're right. I'm a dick. Ron says, what is she doing teaming up with Sloan? No man will want her. Well, yeah, when you have masculine energy, you always see that. Have a good night, Jesse Jess. It's good to see you as always. Then he says, I guess I can still talk to you even though you're being mean to Lucas. Well, I appreciate that. But yeah, Dan, if you're gonna roll with me, you need to understand that I'm a dick. An unapologetic dick. I should really stop using that word. Darby says, yes, you are. I bet a big one. Yeah, I mean, I own it. Melissa, Melinda, and Lucas aren't a bad pair. Hmm. I gotta think about that one. I know that Lucas is well, like I said, a loser, but we will talk more about that tomorrow, though. I do want to thank everyone for joining. This was a lot of fun. I really did miss every single one of y'all. Stay safe. Have a great weekend if I don't see y'all. But if you're a member, join. And if everything goes well on Saturday, you're gonna want to join. So yes, have a good night, Danny Bear. Have a good night, Alyssa. Have a good night, Darby. Have a good night, Blackmon, Jesse Jess, Spider Quake, um, Justin, Jonathan, Carries. And if I missed you, you know exactly who you are. Stay safe. And I'll see you in the next live stream. Laters.